What is going on, Star Rail enjoyers? Star Railers? Yeah, whatever. Welcome to another Star Rail video. Guys, today we're going to talk about if you need Robin. Now, the very short answer is yes. It's yes. Okay, it's very obvious. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about everything, okay? So, let's go here to our data bank. I didn't mean to turn into a Luocha. That was an accident. We're going to look at our Harmony characters, okay? When you look at this list, do you see one bad character other than Hanya and Yukong? Okay. Bronya. In the beginning of the game, she was a Harmony that carried the game, okay? Then we started using Asta and Tinyun. If you didn't have Bronya, you were using Asta, Tinyun. When Yukong did come out, she was great. Obviously, she's not relevant anymore, but she was good. Sparkle, amazing. And then you have Hanya, who was respectfully good. Okay, if she's going against physical, she's respectfully good. Now, I said all that to say, arguably, just like, well, not arguably, but depending on the way that you play, Harmony characters are by far the most important characters in the game. It doesn't matter if you have someone like Acheron, right? She will hit hard, of course, with annihilated characters because that's how she works. But if you can boost her damage even more, she can hit even harder, okay? And that is why Harmony characters are extremely important. Now, again, that all is very dependent on how you play the game. That's how you're gonna see if Harmony is very high tier important to you. But in most people's cases and scenarios, it is. Harmony is the most important thing because you can heal yourself all you want. You can tank all you want. You can do the craziest amount of damage that you want. But if you aren't buffing this damage, you're not going to be doing a lot of damage. Now, there will be characters, I'm sure, that come out later in the game that do not need Harmony characters. But as of right now, Harmony is extremely important. Let me collect a little bit of my bread there. Now, will I be pulling for her? Absolutely. We're currently sitting at, I think, 60 pity, and I think we have 36. So we're hoping we get lucky, okay? We're hoping we win the 50-50. Now, with all that being said, what we're going to do is we are going to pull up her kit and just explain why you need her even more, okay? So we go down here. Her element is physical. It isn't super important, but actually it is important because she can do more damage than your average Harmony character. So this is actually pretty important. Now we look at her basic attack. Wing Flip White Noise deals damage, physical damage of 50% of her attack. Cool. And then we look at her skill. It increases damage dealt by all allies by 25%. That lasts 3 turns. All damage dealt by all of your people. I'm sure this is also including her. And this is 3 turns. So that makes that very skill point friendly, which is nice. It isn't someone like, you go to our data bank here. It isn't like Bronya, okay? Because Bronya, whenever you use her skill, it only lasts 1 turn and you got to keep using it. Ruan Mei is another character where you have her skill lasts 3 turns. It's nice. Yukong, you have to use it every single time. And these people where you have to use it every single time, they are not skill point friendly, right? So that's another edge that she has. We look at her ultimate here. Robin enters the Concerto state, making all allies immediately take damage, or making all other allies immediately take action. So she does what Bronya does, but better. Of course, this is her ultimate, not her skill. So of course you're going to want to get her ultimate as much as you can, right? So we're talking she's going to want a regen rope. Anyways, she makes everyone go again, which is insane. Obviously you time that right, and the way that you're fighting, it changes the game for you. And this is just a small fraction of what her ultimate can do. Next, it increases all allies attack by 15%. So you stack that with the skill, that's 25 and 15, that is 40.2, which is crazy. Okay, and oh, I didn't read the rest. 15% plus her attack, Robin's attack plus 50. Okay, so this is 15% of her attack, sorry, plus 50. Of course that means you want to run maybe attack body piece attack on the boots, unless you're trying to make her really fast, which is kind of important too, but you probably just want to have attack in a lot of places. Also, after every ally attacks, Robin deals additional physical damage equal to 72% of her attack one time. Now on this one time, the crit rate is 100%, so whatever it is, it will 100% crit, and the damage, or the crit damage, is 150. And so this is why I said her element is important. And again, it's very important that you are running her attack, because or like her relic pieces, it's very important that you have attack on them, because this again increases by 15% of her attack, right? And then on the second part here, she does 72% of her attack. So again, it's really important to have her attack up for that reason. When in concerto mode, Robin is immune to crowd control debuffs and can't take a turn or action before the state ends, which is nuts. Okay, so whenever she's in this state, she cannot be immune by crowd control debuffs, which is huge. It's really crazy, actually. A concerted countdown appears on the action order bar to track this. When the countdown begins, Robin exits the concerto state and immediately takes action. The countdown on its own is fixed speed of 90. So her ultimate is absolutely insane. I don't know what her light cone does. I'm probably not going to look at it right now, but it's probably worth getting. Now, I normally don't say that, but she's just going to be such an amazing character. Now we look at her talent here. It increases all allies crit damage by 5%, and after allies attack enemy targets, Robin regenerates an additional 2 energy for herself. Now it's very important, like I said, that she has an energy regen rope, because I think that's the only area where you can have something with energy regen. So it's very, 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 very important that she has that. I think there's also the relics, the planar ornaments, I guess I should say. I think there's one that has energy regen on it. Other than that, I think those are the two spots, the two areas where you can get energy regen. So it's, and again, it's really important to have that, because her ultimate is her best part of herself, right? Of course, regular increasing people's damage is phenomenal, but what her ultimate can do, you want it up as much as you can, and then we're going to look at her traces. So the first one, when the battle begins, Robin action is advanced forward by 25%. So she's going to be going pretty quick. Obviously, you probably want to speed tune her to go faster, so she can get off her skill, so your people can do more damage. So this is a very nice trace. Now when we look at trace number 2, this is very important because there's characters that can go into play on this. Okay, while in concerto mode, this again, which is her ultimate, all allies crit damage dealt when launching follow-up attacks increases by 10%. Obviously, the point we're paying attention to is the follow-up attack by 10%. So of course, the characters that you want to put with this that have follow-up attacks are going to be Blade, you have X, Clara, and I think Clara is actually going to be insane with that because she's going to go a couple times. Clara's just a crazy unit. Okay, so she's a tank and she can do stupid damage by her follow-up attacks. So I think Clara will benefit from this a lot. Now we look at Topaz and Numby. We look at Dr. Ratio. These are two other characters who have follow-up attacks. And then we go to Herta, we go to QQ, we go to Himiko, we go to Midyuan. Again, all have follow-up attacks. We go to who has a follow-up here? No one does, or Kafka does, so she could benefit from it. We also have Adventurine, of course, he has his follow-up attacks, so that would increase for him. And then none of these guys are follow-up attackers, but I think Clara, if you have Clara, if you have Blade, if you have Topaz, if you have Ratio, which you should because he's free, having her would make your team so much better. Obviously, if you don't have those characters, just having her will also make your team that much better, but just having the second trace increases them by 10% for their follow-up attacks. I mean, it's really good. Also, I think Jingliu's attack is considered a follow-up attack. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Now, her third trace, when using her skill, she regenerates an additional 5 energy. So, pairing her ultimate, where's it at? Pairing her talent, this gives her energy, and then her trace there also gives her energy. You pair that with the regen rope, and then you pair that with the planar ornament that also has regen too, because you want her to get her ultimate as fast as possible. Again, I know I've said that 80 times, but it's just very important. Now, that covers the traces there. We don't really need to care about these. If you guys want to look at these, and we're just going to talk about her E0 because we're not getting her any further than that right now. We may at some point, but you know, right now we're not too worried about that. So the big question that I had in the beginning of the video is, should you pull for Robin? Yes was the short answer, and after about 10 minutes of me yapping, yes is still the long answer. So if you should pull her, you should. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hope that I get lucky. I have a few more things that I can farm, just a lot of like side questing and stuff here. I've been really busy, so I haven't been able to play this as much, but I'm gonna farm all this stuff up and get more jades, and then like I said, hopefully I get lucky. And to everyone who's pulling for Robin, I wish you luck. I know you're gonna get her. I know you're gonna win your 50-50, and if you already have the guaranteed, then hey, you already got the guaranteed, and that means you're gonna get her, and you're gonna get her E1 very easily. But guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sitting here through my yap fest. I appreciate it. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wish you guys good luck on your pools, and with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one.